What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video we're going to be going over Bitcoin, we're going to be looking at XRP, and we're going to be looking at XDC. This is a request from Messi, so I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get up to 100, right? I'm at 99. And leave a comment where you're tuning in from. Pardon me, I really appreciate it. So we got Bitcoin right here on the chart. I'm actually going to go over to the daily. And so, so we're trying to close out this week neutral. We're just trying to close out this week where we're at right now. Not asking for too much, not asking for, a crazy finish. We are getting a little momentum on the MACD. So if you're new to the channel, I use the Fu Manchu as the momentum indicator. And you can tell, right? The blue line is for the blue line, the orange line is for the purple line. You see how we're down here on the wave, we're down here on the red. Same thing right here. We get up, we're up, right? So that's why I'm not using typically the MACD, and so that's why I stick with the Fu Manchu. So that's just for you guys' information. In terms of the chart pattern today, so I have channels on here. I have from just going through price, just Fibonacci levels, the retracement zones that we've already hit once. We've already hit 108. What did we hit? 108. We went down to 107.369, but it was we were right around here, right? Just an area of interest, right? Area of interest, and so right now what we're doing is we are actually making higher lows and higher highs. And so what I would like to see is us kind of just go sideways today and tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, maybe up, maybe down a little bit, maybe up a little bit, and then come down on Monday and then start to go. Something like that would be ideal. If this chart is invalidated, it's alright. It's just an idea. It just kind of keeps us in a range and seeing what we're doing if we're going to break pattern. But within Bitcoin, right, we have so we have this falling wedge that we had on Bitcoin. We actually broke out of it on September 1st, on Monday, and we kind of just been chopping around on it. We have like a pennant flag, like a little wedge, and so this looks actually really promising, right? This looks promising. We've came up, just got right above our area of interest that we needed to, 112.583. But we didn't close above it, right? We couldn't stay above it. Okay, so now we're just building a pent-up aggression. We did break above this trend line on this RSI, right? Those new to the channel, we have the 60 level, the 50 level, and the 40 level. These will always change depending on the chart. And so when you get above green, you're very bullish, very bullish, right? Get above green, very bullish, right? We're above green, we're bullish. We're making new all-time highs. Right, when we're above green, we're very bullish. Pardon me. When we're down in the yellow area, we're trying to bounce off to get back up to green. Right, we're right here. We're trying to bounce off, couldn't, lost it. Right, coming up, bouncing off, try to get above to green. Right, so that's a good area to try to bounce from and to stay above. And then your red zone is typically the end of your retracement, and or areas that you like to bounce from. This was on the daily, but you see there's a lot of dips down in here. This is kind of the last zone to bounce from. Got this from the daily, right? So, right, you try to bounce here, all throughout here. You're kind of just fighting this area. You bounce here, just below it, right? Just below it. And so all throughout here, you're trying to bounce, right? You're trying to bounce and just get above it. And so right now what we are doing is we are firmly in between. We're right in the middle, right? We're dead center, right in the middle. And this actually looks pretty decent, okay? This looks decent in the terms of you came up and now you're kind of you're not shooting straight down. You broke above the moving average and now you're kind of just imitating the moving average, right? It's kind of going down and sideways. Not a very strong indicator that we're going down or up, and same thing with your moving average. Okay, so overall, it looks like we're getting close. it's going to be very important to see where we go tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, just the week, the weekends, they've been terrible, right? They've been pretty bad. And so if we actually go to the daily, was it on the daily? It was on the daily. Yeah, the daily, something like this. Yeah, so on the daily we are right above the 618, just from this high to low. The 618, we're just right above it. We did come up and wick way above it. That does look like an overshooting B wave, and so that is strong. We had a strong B wave, and it slowed our momentum, right? Because we had to push this whole candle down. Oh my God, that line is terrible. That line is perfect, right? We had to slam this whole candle down just to close right below, and then we're trying to do that again. So we're losing selling pressure is definitely slowing in terms of where we've been at, and the area we've been able to hold, right? We're pretty much at this 110 area, and this is the area we tried to hold over last week, right? Last week we tried to hold it as well. We tried to build off of it, and it was this 112.583. So in terms of that, yeah, we're sitting right on the 618 on the daily, which is good, which is really good. For this guy right here, we're sitting right below the 618, just on this last little move. So we're sitting right below the 618, above the 69197. All right, we're kind of breaking down below this little wedge pattern. I drew it just now just to have an idea of what we're doing. Right, when the close is at 12 minutes, so we'll see what we get with this. This does look like a three-wave move. This kind of does look like a bear flag, kind of just flagging out, kind of just going to the side. If I'm being real, where would that take us? Right, the 2272 takes us down to 106. The 1618 takes us right above the 108057. We would put in a higher low. Right, we put in a higher low, and so yeah, right now we are below the 886. Right, we're below the 886. We got rejected off the 786. It's not the greatest look, if I'm being honest. We could definitely, yeah, I see us definitely trying to. Markets are going to try to be pushing us down today, so I do see us coming down. I mean, this is a overall, this does look like a bull flag. So you got the flagpole, right? Let me inverse this for you, right? And you're kind of just flagging out, right? Flagging out, trying to break out, right? Trying to break out. So or break down, and so yeah, it's a kind of a neutral pattern. It's not necessarily bearish or bullish, but it kind of just looks bearish in that sense. We've come right back up and closed above this, so we'll see how this closes. Keep an eye on that. If we break down below here, look for this 109 mark. All right, depending on how strong the move is, this 109 mark to 108. Okay. Try to make a higher low. Right. Worst case scenario, we come down to this 106.339, right at this 2272. Okay. So that's Bitcoin. XR. Let's do X. Whatever comes first. XDC. XDC. Yeah, XDC looks really good. I actually haven't looked at XDC. It's the first time I've really looked at it. Right, you got like a Adam and Eve, or kind of just like a I don't want to say a W, but it kind of looks like a W, right? Kind of looks like a W. Kind of does to me, at least. So leave it. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you agree with the shape. It does look really healthy though. It looks good. This is really tight. I do like this. When I was looking at this, I was like, dang, this looks really good. This is tight, right? Just corrective in nature. No real impulses to the upside or downside since July. So we've been correcting for, I mean, if we really want to take it from here, we can actually. We've been correcting for 47 days, so a month and a half, right? We have broken out. So we broke out, back tested, and now we're trying to make some higher lows, right? Just change structure, right? Change the structure, change what we're looking at, change what we're doing. We are finding resistance right at the 20-day EMA. So since we're on the daily, the 20-day EMA is average price over 20 days. The 50-day is the red, that's the average price over 50. The orange is the 100-day, and then the white is the 200-day. Okay, so we're kind of sandwiched in between here. Right, we can ping pong back and forth, and then go. Okay, that's kind of what the 4-hour chart looks like. If we're zooming into the Fu Manchu, we have green dot and Mo, and so that's good. We have bullish divergence, but we have no momentum, right? So if we're talking about the MACD and how you carry momentum, right? We have a green dot, so it is a bullish reversal, but it's not there's not a lot of momentum, right? You want to see the blue wave kind of come up through here. Right? You want to see the blue wave attack above the 0 line. Right now we're not above the 0 line at all, so we can't get above that. This bullish momentum is just getting wiped out. This looks really nice, though, right? We're coming up, and we are now above the 45.42. As I said, each chart has different levels, and so let's see if we can come down here and bounce. See if we can do this and try to get up. All right. I don't really like ping-ponging in here. I don't like doing this because you're just losing strength, right? You're losing strength, right? I like to get above, and then you can kind of like come down and then go, right? Get above, kind of lost it, right? Don't want to do that, but you can do this and go. Okay. Same thing with this over here. Right, how you got above, right? You got above it, and you kind of came down, came up, came down, then went, and you got a lot really nice price action. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in that. On the daily chart, you do have a green dot on the daily. This 4-hour looks really nice. You do have a red dot on the 4-hour. You are crossing down below your moving average, right? On the RSI. You lost the 54 level as well. So where are we going now? We are definitely going to the 45.42. Not definitely, but in my opinion, right? Not a financial advice, not financial advice. When I see this, typically you're going to meander down. You're going to try to bounce off. Right? If you lose this, bounced up like that, that's bad. Right? That's not good. Okay. If you do by any chance lose it, see, you see how it's super fake out. You came up, rejected, and it looked like you were going to bounce down. Something like this, how you rejected, boom, slam down. Rejected, slam down, right? That's not what you want to do. You want to come down and then come right back up, right? So we'll see with that. Looking at something like this, possibly something like that. So we'll see with that. It does look good though. It's pent up aggression. It is, yeah. You're losing momentum on the 2-hour, which is it's the weekend. There's not a lot of volume, right? Not a lot of volume. Get my volume. Why can't I get my volume? I don't know what's going on. I'll look at that later. It's being weird. So yeah, so volume's being weird right now. I'll look into that after. The this looks really good, right? This looks really good. You've gotten above your 50 and your 100. You're kind of you're gonna try to I'm assuming you're gonna ping pong kind of back and forth, and then try to get above this 200. So this is the level. I'll put some fib levels on here for you guys, and then I will do a price prediction. So where are we in terms of just this move right here? We're sitting right below the 0.5. We're still above the 618, which is healthy. It's really good, really healthy. Alright, so stay above 7.9 cents. Alright, stay above 7.9 cents. And then, you know, so this is kind of where you want to stay above. Alright, it's kind of where you want to stay above. You really want to get above this area right here. Okay. And then down through here, if you break the 786, you break down through here. Right, you're probably going to target like down through here. Somewhere like this. Okay. Those are some of the levels below. Let me get you a level above, right? That's just the micro, the sub wave count. Overall, right? Overall for this next move, this does look like a, you know, this looks great. Wow, this is beautiful. Got up to 15 cents from 2 cents. Wow, that's beautiful. Um, right, this definitely looks like a third wave. Just how impulsive it is. Very, very, very impulsive. If we are looking at this as maybe your fifth wave, right? So you have like a 1, 2, 3. You're in like a fourth wave move down. Okay, so right, so you have I don't know if this is a 1, 2. This is not a 1, 2. So this is your 1, 2. Right, this is your 1, 2 because this took out the low. So, all right, let me see here. Let me see here. We're gonna use this as the low. This could change if we go lower. All right, this could change if we go lower, but okay. So I'm gonna move these other price targets actually onto the 2-hour. Get these off the daily. I get these off the daily because that's just your subwave count. It's not the overall wave count. It's just what we're in right now. Okay, so right now, right, what we need to do is we need definitely need to get we have some levels to get above. All right, we need to get above 10 cents. You need to get above 10 cents for sure. Like without a doubt, you need to get above 10 cents. Until you do, nothing really matters, right? These two levels, you need to get above these two levels. Areas to look for, areas to target is the 1618, so the previous all-time high, about 15 cents. So that 2618, right? That 20 cents. Oh, that's not red, that's green, baby. That's green, baby. That's that money, baby. And then best case scenario is a 4272. Right, that looks great. Okay, so you got those three levels: 15, 20, 28 cents from a 7-cent asset. If you were getting in here down low at 5 cents, I mean that's a 5 to a 6x, possibly even higher. And so confluence with where we're at with this, real quick. Let's see, real quick. Yep, your 382 is right at that 10 cent level, right? 382 is still a really big level. Your 786 is up at 16 cents, right? Your 786 is up at 16 cents. Not something that you definitely do need to, to target these upper levels. You need to see how we interact with the 786. I'll leave this on here. This 1618 is really confluent with the 28 cent mark. And then the 2618 is up here at 40 cents. I don't know if we get up to this. I'm going to mark this 2272 because that's some ambitious goals right there. All right, ambitious goals. So that's XDC, right? I mean, that's some crazy price action, right? 36 cents. If you're getting in even at 7 cents, I mean, that's still great. That's a great buy. XRP, right? This is actually looking good. Pennant again, another pennant, or wedge, whatever. Potato, tomato. I don't like this. I don't like how we've come down and kind of are rejecting this area. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. Right? We don't have any momentum. We have a green dot, but no momentum. We haven't seen any momentum. Let's see on the weekly. We had a red dot on the weekly. What about the monthly? Red dot on the monthly. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. So this is a delayed indicator, right? Delayed indicator. Where did we get? We got a red dot on the monthly here, but we were pretty much already at our lows. We were at 182. We went down to 160, right? So it's super delayed. These indicators are very delayed. It's just like the MACD, right? When people freak out about the MACD and things like that, the move's already happened, right? The MACD is just confirmation of the move. It's already happened. It's not a forward-looking indicator. It's what has already happened, and so. This is good. It just kind of just validates price action and RSI. Okay, so it is validating that this is adding up, right? We're getting lower highs, but we have maintained higher lows, right? I mean, we did wick down here and took out all the lows, But overall, closing wise, right? We're closing right. Like, what does this close at? 276, 275, right? So barely, just enough to take out the lows, which is fine. This area is key. This area is key, right? We found resistance right here. Found resistance right here. Found resistance right here. Found resistance right here. Right, so big area, right? Big area. I think that's it, right? 'Cause it's November. Yeah. So for now, that's the area we need to try to stay above in this move. We have crossed below the 50-day EMA, right? We crossed below the 50-day EMA, and when we did it, we got a little price dump. Okay. We are finding support at the 100-day EMA, which is good. That's really healthy. Right? That's really healthy. In terms of the 4-hour, the 4-hour looks really good, right? The 4-hour looks good. It looks like we want to try to bounce off the 45.37. This is going to be key here, right? This is going to be very key. Do we bounce and reject and slam down? Or do we bounce, take over, bounce, and then go? Right? So if you're in XRP, watch this 4-hour chart over the weekend and see what we do on that. Right? If we bounce off here, reject and take down, then we're breaking this trend or breaking this pattern, and we're gonna have to reassess. Okay. So that's the 4-hour chart. We have a red dot. We've lost a little bit of momentum. So we're looking to maybe come up here, maybe bounce, go, maybe drizzle, make a higher low, then go. A lot of options right now. It does look like we're doing the two-step bounce thing, right? Just slamming down, right? That's kind of what you want to see for when you want upward price action, right? If you're doing this over and over again, if you're doing this on something, right, you're gonna get one of these. You're gonna get the opposite. So we're gonna get this, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that. So where are we? Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Cool. Yeah, in terms of fib levels, let's get into some fib levels. So just from a high to a low, where are we? Or low to a high, where are we? At the 0.5. I mean, yeah, we're healthy right now. Very healthy right now. Very healthy from just the low to a high. I'll take this high, shoots, whatever. Right above the 786. We look good. We look good. Let's hold this level, right? Let's hold this level. Right, try to stay above this level. Really try to stay above this level. Really need to stay above. You already have the obviously you need to stay in the pattern, right? Closing prices. Pardon me. In the pattern is ideal. Okay. To start thinking bullish, right? Let's get above this 382. Just closing above 284. Okay. And then you can start to think about, okay, we're working our way up to, possibly break this pattern. To the downside, right? To the downside, if we do break this, right, we could come right below. But I'm thinking if we do break this, we're gonna try to take out these lows. We're gonna try to take out these lows, right? You can wick right below, but closing. Let's try to close above 271, all the way to 263. Confluence to anything. We would take out this low as well. We'd take out everything. I mean, this low, actually, that's part of me. That's irrelevant. This is already taken. That's my mistake. It's already taken. So yeah, so those are some of the areas on the subwave count. So let me go into just areas to stay above, areas to get above, and then, if we lose this area, these two areas, look lower. On the daily, right, let's do some fun stuff, right? Let's do some fun stuff that everyone likes to hear. Where are we going? Where do we think we're going? Right, where do we think we're going? Well, this looks very good, especially right before interest rate cuts. Right, a lot of people are saying it's bearish, bloodbath. I'm a contrarian. I don't really run with the common theme, because usually those people get burned. Usually you get burned if you run with the crowd. If you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. So we got these two levels right here, the 618, the 786, right? Those are two levels to stay above, or to get above and stay above. Okay, so 395 to 431. That's going to unlock your next price targets, right? Next price targets is $6, right? $6 all the way up to $8 with a shot, with a real shot of getting up to 11 if everything works out perfect, right? You got three levels, right? The 3414s here is just on how strong you are. If you're coming up here and you know you're dilly-dallying, then you're probably not getting up to the 4272. So in terms of that, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see if there's any confluence with any of this stuff. Any of this stuff coming up, coming down. All right, that 786 is right at the 618. All right, key areas, right? 786, 886. So yeah, we need to really close above 395. 395 is huge. 391. The 2272 is up with that $8. So that's kind of where I'd be leaning. Whoa, look at that 3414. That's pretty good confluence, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'll leave this up for you guys. So if you like today's video, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this channel up over 100 subs, right? Keep it growing, keep it moving. If you want other altcoins or anything else covered, I do traditional stocks as well. Drop it in the comments. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great weekend. Peace.